I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah, we're gonna get into this, boy. So,
I need my book. 1 second. I
got
gotta grab my
mine.
book.
Oh,
I forgot to grab my book. I have failed, but I got mine. Actually, I have the crappy cover. I have the good one.
dude, that's you have the fancy original one. See, I got that. This one, the same one.
I do.
You just said that the one I have is a crappy cover.
Over here somewhere. Yes, it is the crappy cover. I hate those covers with a deep-seated passion.
Yeah, wasn't that the change that happened?
I can't read that copy anymore
because it's fancy. You need to keep it in mint condition.
Oh, it's not mint. Like, it's an ex-library, but it's the original cover. And if you try to get a new one or a better one in the original cover, you're gonna pay like minimum $50 for it.
Damn. That's a lot.
They're so like I have a.
Well, yeah, because that was because I think when we made the last video for acotar, you said that they changed the cover when it switched over from young adult to
young adult to adult. Yeah, so
adult.
The ones with people are technically the YA version, and these horrible things.
Why would you change the cover
ones,
just because of that? Doesn't make any sense.
Because publishers hate us. That's why.
Okay, it's just like an established conventions type of thing. Kind of what it seems
no
like.
one understands.
Yeah,
and then they announced the 10-year anniversary earlier this year, and they're just the most ugly looking. They're just the exact same thing, but black.
Ew. For a 10th anniversary? That's so lame.
Yeah. I know.
Why isn't it like extravagant artwork? Especially for this, there's so many key visuals, dude. Just do the like tons of colors, awesome paint, like make it like metallic and textured, and do like the land of Prithian or something.
Right?
That would be gorgeous, dude.
There are so many options, and there's so many amazing artists out there that do fan art for this. Like, they could have recruited any of them.
Right.
No, all they did was turn this black and have black sprayed edges. That's it.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame. So, for our intro, welcome to BookBurners!
You like jazz?
It's episode 7? Question mark. It's episode 7.
We're behind, so
We're
really
a little
lost
bit behind. That is 100% my fault, audience. You can blame me for that. In my defense, I've been working on a lot of things. I am working on my current schedule for editing now. So like a lot of the I've been hyper fixated on getting the house in shape ever since I started like getting the meds. I just have like this, like everything needs to be back in order, and this is currently the last room on my list, basically, is this office, because it's the last one that's like an utter mess. Where every other room's, dude.
Oh no! Every time I'm there, my OCD tingles.
Yep, but I got my kitchen fully cleaned. I wiped down all the counters underneath the microwave, inside the microwave, like behind all the appliances and all that. It's all wiped down. It's all clean. All the dishes are done and put away. So
look at you! Like, round of applause.
It is a round of applause, dude. I'm telling you, those meds for me, magical, and the drowsiness has stopped finally.
Oh, that's good.
So it's like now it's just like, oh, if I'm in a super drowsy like midday nap type thing, it's either just because I did not eat properly that day or I did not sleep properly the night before. But like I can immediately tell that's why.
Do it.
Where I was like before, I was like I'd be sleeping all day and like eating and stuff, and I would still just be like drowsy and like you know, it was just awful. I would be on yawning sprees where, you know, that feeling when you yawn where it's like this blurry like sound in your head, almost that. It was like that.
Did you ever crack your jaw from yawning so hard?
Yeah, it's awful. I hate that. I hate it even more when you get that like spasm.
That little cramp thing?
The cramp right there on these muscles right there.
Cold muscles.
I hate that so much. It's the worst feeling. It's just like you feel it going on and then you're just like, please don't do it. And then it happens and then it fully locks in and then you're like, oh!
I can't move. No.
Yeah, it sucks. That had nothing to
back on.
None of that.
The lineup.
None. That was all catching up. It had nothing to do with the book, though. we did our intro that said it was
Nothing.
BookBurners episode 7, and then we did our catch up. So now it's why you chose the book list. If there's a freaky coincidence,
And this was your choice.
this was my choice because I enjoyed the first book so much, and I wanted to know what happened next. And I think I rated it 3.5, the first acotar, which for me is quite good.
That for you is ridiculous.
It's above average. I think
That's
it's
a
super
5
fair,
for everybody
and
else.
like for what it was, for like a kickstarting book, and with what I consider some egregious flaws, I felt like it was quite fair. Although if I was to break apart,
going into the riddle.
we're not going to get into it too much. I just want to say is like if I was to separate it into just being like if I was to rate just the characters, I would have been like 4.5 stars for the characters and the character interactions and the development, and then the plot was kind of where it went. It was interesting because I was there for the characters and the relationships so much. I was like, okay, this is distinctly different than everything else that we have read so far. Whereas like the character and the character development and their like emotional journeys didn't have much of a place. Except for, I guess you could argue that the emotional journey is like American Psycho, but he has no emotions. But it's like, because it was all just about what he was thinking and feeling for the most part. There wasn't really a plot. So I guess you could say that, but that, you know, that was miserable. So whatever.
Yeah, but crap. Hail Mary, that's got great characters.
It did have great characters, but I felt like the plot had a lot more to do with it. It wasn't like their emotional journey was like
No, it's not.
everything.
Yeah, it's not like a super heavy
it
book,
wasn't
yeah.
like the A plot of it, where I feel like in this series, now reading the second one, it's like the emotional relationship and their developments is the A plot, and then the
for
setting and the things that are happening in the world is the B plot, where it's like the focus and
very
where it really
character-driven.
shines is with that A plot.
Yeah.
But that's why I chose the book, just because I wanted to go further with the series, and it stood out a lot. And it was just like we were thinking of doing like a horror one, and that was initially what I was looking at. But I was just like, I just want to read the second one. I was like,
I had no objections.
I just got kind of locked on that. So, is there any freaky coincidences continuing with Sarah J. Maas acotar universe?
Yes.
I heard
There
that she's
was.
shopping around for the TV series to be continued. Picked up again.
Really? I missed that.
Like, there's nothing
No,
confirmed. I
well-
just heard that she's shopping to get somebody to sign on for it.
Well, that's good. Hopefully it's because originally it was going to be a Hulu thing,
Mhm.
and I was already annoyed. But it'd be awesome if it was like Amazon. Amazon does really good book adaptations. Like Taylor Jenkins Reid has one adaptation, Daisy Jones, on Amazon, and it's so good. Love it. And she's working on 2 others through Amazon, so I have utmost faith. And ever since Netflix fired Henry Cavill from The Witcher, I have no faith in their adaptations anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm like, please go to Amazon.
Right. You said that there was something?
There are. Sarah Jane Maas announced that she finished editing the 6th book in this series, and it's off to whatever editor's next or whatever, but she's done writing it for right now.
Yeah.
And like my Instagram blew up. It was amazing.
Everyone's like,
Like everyone's immediately like, let's do rereads.
Let's
and
go!
but we're like,
say, hey, we're
we're
already
not
in the
gonna
middle of
get
that.
it probably till maybe 2027-ish. If we're lucky, maybe in the end of next year, but like it's still gonna be a wait. But she announced that she's done.
Right, and then it's just the infinite editing process. Yeah.
Right, and then she's got many beta readers because like all her books are kind of intertwined in some form or fashion. So like it's almost turning into a Brandon Sanderson where he's got all of these readers, continuation readers,
Yeah.
to make sure everything is cohesive.
Right.
Which is what she's starting to have to do because she's got like most of this shelf.
Yeah.
All of that, except for the last 3, that's all her books.
It's
That's all
crazy.
of them.
That's like, and I feel like I can, like, I haven't written any books, but like I've written a bit, and I'm just like kind of understand where it's like, yeah, people who engage with the content just remember so much more than the people creating it. I don't know
that's
why.
Exactly what Brandon Sanderson did.
It's so strange. Like, how come that is? That's like when you're making it, it's like you don't remember the details as clearly as the people who like read it.
Well, I'm currently editing, or not editing, but like your sister is sending me chapter by chapter, and I'll read it and be like, okay, this is wrong.
Yeah, she sent me some of them.
Blah blah blah. And every time she's like, maybe this chapter won't need any editing. Nope, like this person disappeared. There would be wrong pronouns.
It's so strange how easy it is to just overlook those, because in your head you're just like automatically placing them in places, but like the readers don't have that inside information. But synopsis time. You're looking for.
Better give a spoiler warning then, because like this is a sequel.
This is a sequel. If you haven't seen the first one,
anything we say about this is spoiler territory.
Pretty much. It's like not necessarily spoiler for the book itself.
Like there's nothing we can say about this book that doesn't spoil the first one.
I suppose we can just read the back. You can read the back. I'll give a little synopsis of just my experience if I have anything to add to it.
I mean, yeah, this one's pretty basic. This Farah has undergone more trials than one human woman could carry in her heart. Though she's now been granted the powers and lifespan of the High Fae, she is haunted by her time under the mountain and the terrible deeds she has performed to save the lives of Tamlin and his people. As her marriage to Tamlin approaches, terrors, hollowness, and nightmares consume her. She finds herself split into two different people, one who upholds her bargain with Rhysand, High Lord of the feared Night Court, and one who lives out her life in the Spring Court with Tamlin. While Farah navigates a dark web of politics, passion, and dazzling power, a great evil looms. She might be the key to stopping it, but only if she can harness her harrowing gifts, heal her fractured soul, and decide how she wishes to shape her future and the future of a world in turmoil.
That's not too bad. It doesn't really spoil anything.
No, it actually did a really good job.
Like, I felt like the back of the Hail Mary one spoils elements of the book. I don't feel like this spoiled anything.
I don't think I've ever read the synopsis.
On the back of it, it straight up says, well, spoiler alert for Project Hail Mary if you haven't read that, he'll have to solve the problem on his own, or will he?
Or will he?
It's like, that's just saying that he's gonna encounter an alien!
Did you watch the trailer for the movie?
Yeah, you told me that they just show him.
Yeah, they totally show Rocky!
That's such a spoiler, dude! It's so strange. But anyway...
You gotta be kidding me.
That pretty much sums it up pretty well. It's just following the events of the first one, and Farah adapting to her new life in the Spring Court and whatnot, and the trauma from being under the mountain and being tortured all the time.
Yeah, 3 months of tortures. Great.
It's very, very fun. And then, of course, all the romantic drama stuff that goes on between them also, because believe it or not, when you have like these traumatic incidents, it's not healthy for relationships usually because it's trauma. So now you have to figure all that out.
You know, trauma bonding is a thing, but
trauma bonding can be a thing, yeah. Except for they weren't really together during it. Trauma bonding, I guess, if they're like, we both went through the same experience, I suppose.
Right. Which Tamlin...
I'm not going to touch on that too much because it's very easy to drip into spoiler territory with this book, I feel like.
Oh, just do the spoiler alert now. There's
Let's
like
just do
anything we say
That's
after
fair.
the synopsis.
Should we just do the judgment then, right now? Because we...
Oh, yeah.
If we just do our judgment, then spoiler alert and the reasonings and all that stuff comes right afterwards. Okay, paper. Well, I had it right here. Where'd I put it?
I asked you if you had paper.
I did have paper.
I feel like I'm gonna want to hurt you after this.
What? No! You won't. You won't. You won't. Trust me. Trust me.
I don't trust you at all. I trusted you after Hail Mary, and that was a disaster.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. Which is funny because I said the exact same thing in the Hail Mary one, I'm pretty sure. In the video, I was like, I blame you.
No. Whatever.
You have to give me some seconds here because I'm not 100% sure all of a sudden. My emotions are running wild. It's teetering. It's teetering.
See, this is why I said you're gonna make my blood pressure go up.
Yeah.
You had an extra week to think about this.
I know, but I didn't until right now. And now I'm trying to recollect my overall journey. All of a sudden, this is very authentic. To be fair, this is happening live of me considering it because I wasn't really locked in to my decision before. Now, to be fair,
I think it's really obvious.
Well, listen, yes, I just assumed because of what the last one that you rated was. And that's what's part of the pressure. I'm just like, man, I know this is basically just up to me.
Yeah, yes, but, it is.
I'm trying to go through my whole journey and be like, I do have negatives, but are they as dire as they were in the last? You just shifted the camera, now you're way off to the right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
I was just making sure it was still charging. My charger is all stupid, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Just making sure.
I'm trying to decide if the elements that I didn't like were as bad as the one really horrific thing in the last book. Because
I don't even know what that could. I have an inkling, but I knew you were gonna have an issue with the riddle. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Entirely what you'll have an issue with. Like, I could see things that you would probably nitpick.
That's what I'm trying to decipher right now. I'm like, how much of this does it impact the whole story to me, and how much did it impact my whole experience with the book? So it's very conflicting, which is very difficult for me to say right now because I'm trying not to really say things. This is so difficult. You don't understand how hard of a time I'm having with this.
I do, because when we filmed acotar, that was literally me the whole time. I'm like, I can't tell you anything.
It's so, well, yeah, that is true. But it's like, it's almost not fair feeling to me, because I'm just sitting here like with my definitions, I suppose. It's this weird scale thing that's going on right now. It's kind of similar to the first book,
but it's better.
It's mostly better. The thing, so this is where it's at, where it's like, okay, well, in the first book, why I sent it to purgatory was the riddle. Straight up. I was like, I think I can forgive the rest of it, even though it got a little boring by the end. Right? And this one didn't have something, it didn't have the riddle, basically. It was not that egregious, right?
Right.
Okay.
I actually love that you're in turmoil over this.
I'm so upset because on one hand, it's like I'm struggling between my own definitions of like what counts as like, is it? I'm trying to decide if it's pointed enough. So like when I think of purgatory, I'm like, this is what needs to be changed immediately, right? In order for something to go to heaven. Like I said, with the first one, I was like, the riddle, and then it would be in heaven. And so with this one, I'm like, is my criticism pointed enough to be like purgatory? Or is it like...
Just do it. Just put it in heaven. Just do it.
Do it! But that's the thing. I was like, but I'm saying like, does it deserve hell? No. Does it deserve purgatory? Here's the thing that's crazy, okay? I felt confident numerous points while going through the book where I was like, it's going here. No, I think it's going here. And then it would bounce again to like, actually, I think it's going here. And I was just like, so it was actually pretty similar when I was like listening to it. Do it! Okay, I have made my decision.
When you're editing this, you're gonna have to put the Jeopardy sound.
Yeah, straight up. All right. Are we ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1. Heaven!
No freaking way!
Let's go!
Holy crap!
It barely. I will preface that with it barely made the cut. It was so close.
It counts.
But the first one to the shelf of glory! It was so close. You do not understand. I wrote down Purgatory first. I'm not gonna. I wrote Purgatory and then I folded it and then I switched it to Heaven because when I did my soul search, I was like, you know what? I enjoyed that and I would almost read it again. Which most of them with the other ones, it's like there isn't a book that we've read so far that I'd be like, I've never had the SpongeBob. It was so good. I want to experience it a second time. You know.
I'm so excited.
I think it deserves it.
So excited. It does.
I will go into my criticisms that are going to be a little harsh at times because there were moments that made me want to just be like, why? A couple moments, and it was funny because it was at the end again.
Really? I can't think.
But
I'm so.
We'll take this in stride. I'd like to try to keep this relatively.
It's locked in. You can't change your mind.
It's locked in. It's locked in. It's in Heaven. The first one in Heaven. We got that before Purgatory, which I assumed that honestly we'd get a book into Heaven before Purgatory because I feel like Purgatory is a very weird one, and that was almost just there as a technicality. Before we're like, well, I guess we can throw Purgatory in there. But
that was for the ones where like
honestly it's in there just to spice things up to increase the chance of things to go to hell. That's why it's there. It has plenty of times so far. Harry Potter's in hell because of it. Actually I sent Project Hail Mary directly to hell, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And then acotar went to hell because of Purgatory existing. Otherwise it probably would have just went to Heaven. But the second one made it. All right. The second one made it. You guys can't come after me because I let probably the best one into Heaven.
This is my all-time favorite book. Like,
so
nothing has even come close.
I guess we can go into spoilers. Why is this one your favorite?
Oh, it's the it has everything. It has literally, like, it has political intrigue. It has like amazing characters. Like Cassian and Azrael are my babies. Like, love them so much.
Really? Cassian and Azrael are your favorite characters? Voice crack?
Cassian and Azrael?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love them. Cassian actually has his own book.
Oh really?
Court of Silver Flames is Cassian's story. And the next one, rumor has it, the one that she just finished writing is Azrael's. And I'm so excited because he's my baby. He's my baby.
Yeah.
That's when you asked if it was my favorite. I was like, well, right now, yeah. But also, if I get the Azrael story that I want, that could win.
Right.
Because in ACOWAR, you get more of his story too. That's why I was like, I couldn't tell you if that was going to be your favorite or not, because like it still keeps going, and I hope you keep going to ACOWAR because I mean it's not my favorite.
I'm still interested in what happens next.
Well, the ending of this blew, like, I immediately, when I first time read it, immediately picked up 3. Because I was like, what do you mean? She's in this fight.
So, this is a sequel, so it gets a little bit of a pass for this. But I really don't like hard cliffhangers in stories. So, like...
If you don't have the next one, that's tough.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, it feels manipulative to a degree. And like the thing that gave it the pass for that was because it was already the second book in the series, where if it was the first book, I would have definitely not shown it that grace, because I hate it. Hate when you buy a book the first book, and then they end like that. A book that I really like, I don't, did Sarah J. Maas write that? I don't know. The Six of Crows.
It's Lee Bardugo.
Six of Crows, I really liked. I hated the ending. It pissed me off.
I read this so long ago.
I read the first book, and at the end, it's a hard cliffhanger with an incomplete story, and I was like, "How dare you do this to me?" Because then I didn't buy the sequel because I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not buying a second book. You need to give me a complete thing right here, right now."
No, dude, you need to read the second one.
No.
Oh, you need to read the second one.
I'm too mad at the first one. I didn't sign up for 2 books. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Technically, it's the 4th book in the Grisha verse.
Yeah, you don't need to read the other ones though to get it.
Well, no, but it does explain like Rita a little bit more.
Who's Rita?
Is it Rita? Crap, it's not her name. I forgot her name. The one with the powers. Oh my gosh, I'm a failure. I'm a fake reader.
That one girl that was like the only one that talked back to what's his face? The main character guy?
Oh my god.
I know, she's the one that has like she's the Grisha in the group.
Yeah.
She has the love-hate romance with the Grisha hunter guy.
Nina. I was close.
Yeah, I didn't like her. She felt
I am personally offended.
She was inconsistent as a character.
Oh, that gets much worse later.
Well, that's not a good thing. So that just makes me feel validated.
Laura. No, you still need to read Cricket Kingdom because oh my gosh, like ignore Nina, but so much happens. It's so good. But like you don't have to read Rule of Wolves or
so like the first one of this series does it right in my opinion, where it's intros the world and like they leave you threads of like this can go further, but you could also just let it go, where it's like okay, she lives happily-ish ever after with the fairy people. And you could let it go there if you wanted, and that's kind of similar to the way that that Sarah wrote her first book. I was like, you could let it go or you could go further, and I think that's correct for like an intro to a series of books, because it's like you get an entire experience start to finish. It's like the characters can go further, but there was like a total character arc there. Like Farah had a total character arc within the first book already, from where she started to where she ended. And then that can go further. Where does she develop from there? And she develops further from there in the second book, but you don't need to go beyond that. It's just if you liked the characters enough.
You could stop.
Yeah, and if you wanted to see what happened next with the relationships, but you could also be content to end it there enough where it's like that was a full story of her going into the Fae world, fighting the villain, having the romance and all that, where like the relationship was a start and end too. It's like that was all there. So it felt complete with more there on the table, where this one, I was like, this doesn't feel complete. This is like watching the first half of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to
until you can watch.
You have to read the next one in order to get it. But it is a sequel, so I already bought in for pretty much for the long haul. So that's why I gave that a pass. But I do have criticisms on how she went about it. But I don't really want to get into the plot immediately. I kind of want to talk about the characters, because that's the meat and bones. That's the bread and butter of this series. Oh, yeah. So remember when I said Rhysand was my favorite character in the first book? Yeah, he still is.
Yeah.
So I knew it. I called it. I was just like, this guy is not what is being painted here. He was. I was just like, he's like the only one who seems like he's actually helping her out of them, although he's like might be like into it for his own motivations or whatever, which he kind of was. But I liked what they were doing with Rhysand, and I was there for it, man. Rhysand, #1 character.
Rhysand's awesome.
He goes from
I love Rhysand.
The spooky dark villain dude to still kind of edgy villain dude, but he's also the super good guy. He's edgy. I like edgy characters. I'm the king of night. Look at my dark wings. But I also liked their banter, like between them, like especially early on. No, this is something I do say. I thought like the audacity of the author to do an enemies to lovers followed up by an enemies to lovers. What the fuck? I was just like, that is some audacity to do that trope twice in a row. I love that trope though, so she's lucky.
Like I was like, holy crap.
She's so lucky that I love the enemies to lovers trope. It's like one of my favorite tropes. It's in my story. So it's like, she's lucky that I didn't hate that trope because she did it twice in a row. But I'd like the second one better than the first one. Rhysand's enemies to lovers is way better than Tamlin's. But yeah, Tamlin, I was kind of, man, he wasn't even in like my top characters to begin with. I was like, he's fine. I liked Lucian way better within the first one and stuff. So I was like, I think like Lucian, or Rhysand was my favorite character. Then it would be like Lucian, then Farah. And like Tamlin was just like, what, he's a character there. I like Alice more than I liked Tamlin. You know?
Wow. Poor Tamlin.
I did kind of call it though. So the first time, well, the thing, Tamlin was just an idiot to a degree, and that continues into the second one, where I was just like, dude, greatly. You know when Calamai was happening in the first one, and I was just like, why didn't you just fucking tell her? He was like, it's your fault that all this is happening. He's like, why be secretive about this? That's so stupid. And it's like, it's like, yeah, Farah is stupid when she goes back out a second time or whatever, but the first time it's like she's pretty much blameless because they're not telling her. It's like, it's a party. Of course you want to go out and check it out. But like, he's just like, just don't trust me. And then this whole time he's just like, by the end, he's like, why do you think I was gone so long? They're trying to break the pact that you made. And it's just like, well, so why didn't you tell her? Dipshit! He's a fucking idiot. So
he's
just a moron. I'm sorry.
300 years old and he doesn't know much.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's also weird and insecure now.
A lot of people want his redemption arc.
Nah, we talked about him in the first one. So this was, I thought, was very interesting. So because she does the enemies to lovers thing twice in a row. But we talked about the attractiveness stuff in the first acotar. I know I'm talking a lot, but like I know you're a veteran in acotar.
No, I want to hear all of the thoughts. Like, tell me everything.
So we were talking about the attractive stuff where it made sense that Farah was attracted to Tamlin, right? Because he was like, in that circumstance, he offered more freedom and felt more like, oh, your passions, I'm going to support your passions and stuff. Where before she was essentially a slave to her environment, where it was like, I have to take care of my family, I have to do all these things, right? And I can't do anything that I actually enjoy. And then go to Tamlin, where it's like freedom from those things. So she has more freedom, and he's supportive of those things, and he's a lot more confident and stuff. So he didn't come across as insecure at all during that at all, right? So and it makes sense because those are a lot of things that are attractive. Generically speaking, things that reduce stress is attractive. And that's pretty much it. So it's like one of those things, like part of the reason, at the very least, why confidence is so attractive is because insecurity is stressful to deal with. If you've ever been around an insecure person, or like been with an insecure person, and it's like, oh, you're attractive to me. It's like, you're like, I think you're beautiful or something, or you're handsome. And they're like, they don't believe you. And then they're super insecure. That also makes them more likely to cheat and stuff, because they just don't believe you. It's crazy.
Right.
And not only that, but then you see in the second book with Tamlin being insecure, and he's just like, no, you have to do this and stay safe, and I'm going to keep you safe no matter what. He's like insecure about Feyre being there and like keeping her like safe and all that stuff. And it's stressful for Feyre to go through, because he's imposing so much on her.
He went from one prison
to another prison.
basically.
And that's the thing, insecurity has a tendency to do that. It makes you inherently unattractive. It's a kind of like a very toxic spiral, a vicious cycle type thing, where it's like, especially if you like just feel unattractive to begin with, it's like, I feel unattractive and that makes me insecure, which by just feeling that way, you're making yourself more unattractive, even though like most people might think that like you're fine, especially if it's like a face-to-face encounter and you're not doing it's not like Tinder or something where it's just like, here's a picture and that's all you have to go off of. It's like that setup is so much different than like in person. But it's like, you can have really attractive dudes, Tamlin for example, like how he's like ripped abs, super beauty with his fairy stuff, and still be unattractive.
Flowing gold hair.
Because like when you're reading it, he's not attractive, but Rhysand is. And it's interesting because Rhysand now is freedom, because going from
even when Feyre first sees him, she's like, he's the most handsome male I've ever seen, or something like that.
Like, he's super handsome and gorgeous, which, you know, they say Tamlin is too, so it's whatever, but he's like the most handsome. But when he's with her, she doesn't need to be fake. Even when he's a villain, she is authentic with him with, no, screw you, you're bad, Rhysand, you're evil, and she just is herself, where with, I know that's exactly what Feyre sounds like.
That was horrible, but
you understand what you mean. She's being antagonistic with him. And but with Tamlin, she's being fraudulent and trying to fulfill a role that she feels like she has to do. And well, he's also imposing on her at that point. She's surrounded with all these shoulds, and you have to fulfill all these norms now, and so he's now imposing a bunch of, you have to do all these things, which is the exact same scenario that she was in the first book.
Right.
So the thing that at one point was freedom and less stress has become the very same thing that was in the first book. And now he's just kind of the douche who's giving orders instead of her family.
Between her and Ianthe.
Ianthe, by the way, right off the bat, the first time Ianthe popped up, I was like, you're not a good person. I called it from a mile away. I was like, you're evil. I know it. But it was interesting because with Rhysand, it's like she's authentic and true to herself when she's around him, even if she doesn't like him. But that's more than what she has with Tamlin, which is interesting because it shows you that it's like you wonder why some people are in like these toxic relationships or whatever. It's like, it is still better and more attractive to be around someone that you can be authentic with than like a good person that you can't be authentic with. It's too stressful to be inauthentic. It doesn't feel freeing, and freedom is extremely important for stress, for like not feeling stressed, and for like just attractiveness in general. So it's like, it makes a lot of sense to me that she would get more and more attracted to Rhysand. Not only that, but like Rhysand is like, I don't care how you behave, and also you can do what you want here.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah,
and then like as far as like the way that when it starts being revealed that he's like not as bad as he tries to make it seem,
he's not actually Thanos.
That it's still you're free to do what you want. We're not going to make you keep all these like traditions and stuff that these other courts require. So it's like with him and his group, with Azriel and Morg and all of them, it's like, you are free to be yourself and authentic and chase your interests and all that, and I like you regardless.
That was her choice too.
So she has the most freedom with Reese now. This is also one of those things where it's like you have the stereotypical thing of being like, oh, they're only interested in like money and power or something. I was like, those things are attractive, but it's not just because of it in itself. It's more of what it represents, because it's like you have more freedom if you're with someone with money and power to do things, even if it's like twisted and you can become a psychopath with it if you don't have a moral compass, right? But
i.e. American Psycho.
Yeah. But like if you're not a psychopath, if you're still grounded and you still value people and their worth, it won't be like that. You'll just feel that freedom. And ideally you'd still be a good person, like kind of like with Farah, where she's like, why don't we don't need this stuff. We can show these water wraiths, or that's what they were called, right? Water wraiths.
Yep, they're water wraiths.
Like, we don't need to take their stuff. Let's just show them mercy and stuff. So it's like,
we can't show them mercy.
She has more freedom, and she's wanting to give of that freedom more to others, so that other people can be more free. But then he's just like, no, we gotta be strong and all that jazz, insecure. So I thought it was very interesting. It made total sense that Rhysand would shift to being the more attractive one, even while she was still thinking that he wasn't necessarily a good person, because it was very obvious that she was attracted to him, even like before.
Rhysand. What are you talking about?
I was straight up, dude. If I could pick it, you know, that he's my gay character. Oh,
it's fine. He's like the fictional realm
I'm
of Henry
secure
Cavill,
enough
like
to say
everybody. Oh my gosh.
I will say
I
though,
love it.
I will say that by the end he was a bit less attractive though than earlier on in the book. Once they introduced the mate bond thing, is like, you're mine, he became a bit less attractive. Because it became
the possessive.
It became possessive, which is less freedom, and also because it was chalked up to like this destiny fate type thing, instead of the whole theme before, where it's like, Farah, it's your choice and it's my choice, and it just kind of got switched over to like. I mean, it still was though.
Like he always gave her the option to reject it.
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, the way it's presented, I felt like it reduced instead of enhanced. It didn't feel necessary to me, where it's like, I've got this biological thing that makes me insanely into you. Because he's like, and then for a week where I'm going to be feral around other males and stuff. That's clearly not choice at that point.
I love that scene.
It was funny. It was like enjoyable to watch to a degree, and how he's like responding to it, but that makes it a biological imperative that he can't control at all, and it's not necessarily as much of a choice. Well, yeah, he controls himself, but the emotions behind it were reductive. I felt it just didn't land to me. It wasn't a major thing, but I definitely didn't like it as much. Also, it was pretty when he's like crying and stuff before, like they have this huge like romance spice session.
Okay, if you start bragging on chapter 54, I will hurt you. That is my favorite chapter.
It was so much exposition.
I know, but it's so good.
They talk so much about the mate bond throughout that whole thing. I just felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like
it's not though, because like you're getting his side of it.
I didn't like it. Didn't like it. And I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the reasons why I almost went to purgatory. I felt like the whole exposition thing was like it was too long, and also it felt like a very weird like thing to come right before all the spice, which also went on too long.
Okay, I could maybe get on with that one, but no,
it was nonsense. The spice level on this one. So if you're like the first acotar was like a jalapeno pepper,
chili pepper.
This thing is at the very least habanero. It was like 5 times the amount of spice scenes, and it was like the wording of it was more explicit also. And it was like, and the problem with it isn't be like, oh, I'm a prude or anything. I just found it comedic most of the time, is the problem.
She likes to describe teeth a lot for some reason. Like,
there's
a lot of teeth.
Also, I just have this odd feeling that she's into nipple play because she specifically points that out so many times. Even in the first one with Tamlin, which by the way was like chapter 2, which so it like pops up immediately also, and he's like flicking the nipples, and they specifically point that out. And then in the spy scene with Rhysand, he's just like, he slipped his hands under her shirt and he's like grabbing her boobs, and he's just like, I really love these. At first I was like based, because he was just like, I love boobs. I was like, based Rhysand, let's go. But then he's just like starts like twisting the nipples or whatever. I was like, oh, are you talking about nipples? You love the nipples specifically? That's so weird to me. It's like, fine, but it's like sometimes when it's like details like that, it's like that's usually stuff that's like, just leave that to people's headcanon, what people are specifically into. I feel like it's like, it's just a strange detail where it switches it from me, at least for me, this is my experience, from being like spice to being comedy. Just because the amount of details that they tell you.
Fine line.
It's one of those human experience things where it's, the more in detail you get, the kind of funnier it gets. It's like, if you're to say, I had to go to the bathroom, it's like, okay, I get it. But then if you're like, I took a dump, I felt that turd sliding out of my anus the whole way, and the texture was creamy hard, and it was a log, at least a foot-long log, because I had a lot of coffee and I just didn't have enough roughage. And now you're laughing. It's funny. It's comedically detailed because people don't go into that much description for like those type of moments. So that's how I felt with it, where I was like, the amount of detail that I am getting, the specific details, made me laugh, because it's like, it's just not something that people talk about or actively like think through, I feel like. So it's like, if it worked for other people, fine, but for me, I was just like, once again, I think I mentioned this in Acotar too, it's like, I don't mind that, because I don't want to be sitting there reading the book and just being like, I'm so bricked up right now. I was just like, you know, that's weird to me too, I guess, to a degree. So it's like, I should feel a little like, ooh, maybe like just a little something, but okay.
Like. So how people rate spices, I'll educate you a little in Book Talk land. It's a chili pepper scale. It's like 1 to 5. Mm-hmm. So like 5 is nonstop. That's all I do. Yeah. I don't think I've ever read a 5. So most people put ACOTAR at like a 1.5.
The first one?
Spicy scale. Yeah. This one, I think on average is a 3.
That sounds fair.
Pretty sure.
There's like 5 or 6 scenes. Even if they're not like long, there's at least like 3 long scenes. Because there's the one with Tamlin, I think there's 2 with Rhysand.
I can only think of one long one, and that's the 54. I feel like the first one with Tamlin is relatively short.
It's like notable because they go into a bunch of detail. It's not like, because after like the really long one, they have ones where it's like, and we made love under the starlight. Or when Cassian riles him up just for funsies, when he's during that week where he's like, she's hot, and then he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and then it says right afterwards he just like took her and like made forceful love to her or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, like it was consensual, but he was like, we're doing this right now. To be like, no, you're mine. So I thought that was funny. He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass and then I'm gonna do her. Just because you said she was hot.
Animal thing. Oh my gosh, Cass,
but that was like that was said in like a sentence. It wasn't like, I'm gonna describe all the things that they're doing in the middle of the scene. Right. So there was at least 3, because I guess it wasn't like hardcore scene, but like on the night court scene they get kind of graphic with like foreplay. So I kind of count that. She's like, I'm rubbing that ass against his considerable length. I also think that's funny, by the way, because like, what else are you gonna say?
Oh, she uses all of the
Every
things.
single character that Farrah's gonna be with forever is just gonna be like massive dick. Because it's like you can't say anything else without it sounding I mean, it sounds comedic regardless, but like if you were to say anything else, it's comedic also. It's like it was like resand, and I felt it average length, but it was good. It's still just saying like small dick. So no matter what, it's like funny. But that's why it's just like you don't even need to bring it up. But you did, so whatever.
She doesn't go into great detail like that. She does leave some things to the
It would have been pretty funny if you like took out a tape measure. Yep, bigger in Tamlin.
Well, no, the wingspan thing is in this book.
Yeah, they mentioned that, but that's not like a detailed.
No, but it's so funny because apparently Azrael has the biggest wings.
Like, ha, 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 ha. I guess it is true.
Oh my god!
But it was funny. Although I would say that the amount of spice in this one tiptoes into gratuitous a bit compared to the first one, where I was like, this feels like a very natural conclusion, or like pun intended climax to the relationship. But like with this one, like the first one with Tamlin, I was just like, what did that need to be there? Not really. Did it add to anything or detract anything? Not really. Did it feel like it invoked something? Not. It just didn't really feel like it had any purpose other than let's throw some spice in there because I want there to be a spice scene right here, right now. Like the one with Resand, that one feels justified because they're flirting the whole book up until then. The whole time, yeah. Right.
That's like, this is the
but the first one, it almost like is counter because I was just like, it should feel like it's lacking intimacy almost, at least to me, and they're like just not really into it.
Well, yeah, that was basically Farrah trying to be like, no, let me stay,
I guess,
and like seduce him kind of thing, where the other way it's like they've been tiptoeing around it for like 500 pages.
You can tell that they're like, they wanted it so bad. And so that's where it's like, that's natural, that's present, that's the good stuff. Although I do think the paint is kind of also funny and gross. I don't get it.
That's not something I would want to try.
Rolling around in paint. You know paint stinks, right? It's like acrylic paint. It has a very chemical smell. I think we're having some connection issues. We'll see. We have to wait till... Oh, there it is. Okay. It just had a laggy moment there. Laggy moment.
I have a cat.
But also then, like, getting the paint everywhere, like, I guess it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal because they could probably clean stuff with magic, but it's like the paint being everywhere and then be like, oh, there's my ass prints on the blankets.
Everything. There was all of the things
there's paint everywhere. It's like, I guess you can just... They probably can just magic clean it, but like, wow, was that...
Angel.
I wouldn't want to clean paint off of everything.
Well, yeah, but it's a magic.
So they just magic poof it, then it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But just in concept, I was like, I don't know, that strong chemical smell all over everything. Ew. But whatever. That's all the technicalities with the spice stuff. It's like, that's all fine. But like I said, if it was anime, if I was to compare it to like anime, because I do think this would make good anime, those type of scenes would be pointed at as being unnecessarily gratuitous for sure. So it's like especially the first one, but the amount of it that was in there compared to like the first one.
Oh yeah, there is less. Excuse you. Just sneeze.
I heard that.
There is less in Akawar. Like, considerably less. Like, other than Silver
Flames. It's a nitpick thing. Like, it didn't really bother me that much. It's one of those take it or leave it type of things, in my opinion. Just generically. Where it's like, I feel the same way as most content. It's like if they just throw some like fan service your way, it's give or take, unless it's constant, which it wasn't constant. So
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I don't feel like I'm a prude with the
It still
top subject matter
carries
at
the
all.
story. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it has some random we have to right now sort of thing. Like
Right.
it still flows.
I really liked watching Rhysand and Feyre's relationship develop throughout the first like 2/3 of the book.
You'll have to look up fan art because now that you've read it, you can look up fan art without getting
I
spoiled.
remember some fan
So,
art
like,
that my sister drew you, and I'm like, oh, it's these characters.
Yeah, right there.
I didn't know who the
Yep,
characters
yep,
were. I was
it's
like, oh, it's Rhysand and Farah.
yeah.
But when I started reading it, I was like, that's these characters. I get it now.
Yeah, I have a couple. Like I have the picture that she drew, and then I have a painting that I had my sister do because I wanted it.
Yeah.
But like officially, I don't think I have. Well, no, I have one from Crescent City.
The expanded world I liked also. I liked the Court of Dreams and the Court of Nightmares. The Court of Dreams is a bit more interesting, just its existence. Farah being a little bit of an idiot early on, again, being like, why didn't these people suffer also? I was like, are you a psychopath? I was like, how dare you keep them safe?
Well, in her defense, she's a little bit jaded.
She is a little
at that
jaded.
Point,
She is a little jaded, but that's
Which
also
she
just
can
straight up
be.
evil.
She's allowed.
It's human-ish, but it's consistent with Farah. I didn't expect anything else from her. She came around. She also came around, to be fair.
Right.
You're like, these people were protected.
Character development.
Actual character development fully came around.
What do you think of the summer court, though?
I barely remember it. I didn't care.
I love the summer court. I actually found this picture. I don't
remember it at all.
You right up. But I found this picture this last summer, right here. I'm like, it's such summer court vibes. Love it so much.
I don't like that was closer to the end, right? Were they weren't officially together yet, were they? No, that was before.
No, she was like she had left Tamlin officially. Like she wrote the letters like leave me alone. And she became the human ambassador-ish equivalent.
She was still pretending to be part of the Night Court. I think that was a consistent thing. And because they were talking about the whole thing with the team
it's like
up.
smack in the middle is summer court.
So that kind of tiptoes into some of my criticisms also. I did not care about what was happening with the plot almost at all.
This is all about Farah and Rhysand.
It straight up was. No, I'm not kidding. I really enjoyed it.
The first time I was like, I was the exact same. So.
The first book, I remember the names of like locations and all the side characters and stuff. I cannot say that happened with this one. The side characters.
I said Tarquin. You have no idea who I'm talking about.
Tarquin, that's his name. That's the Lord dude. I knew it. I felt like it started with a T, honestly, but I couldn't remember his name. But like the summer court, I was just like, okay, the plot is just pretty much a consistent Easter egg hunt, and I was like, it's almost like a heist. Like we gotta steal the book to steal a book to break a cauldron, and we're trying to be sneaky and stealthy and kind of have these plans, but then it's like all the problems are just magic surprise issues, and then all the solutions are magic surprise solutions. So it's like, it's kind of like not good as far as a heist is concerned, because usually like a heist is like, we have a ton of details and we're planning a ton of stuff out and we're going to execute things. Some things are going to go wrong and we're going to have to overcome and adapt them, but they're not going to be just sudden magic poof solutions. It's going to be stuff that really makes sense, and stuff that like they introduced and like hinted at as to being stuff that you could kind of do, kind of like when stuff goes wrong in Six of Crows. It's like, okay, well now I've got to overcome this thing that goes wrong, and it's not like, well, luckily I can go Super Saiyan now.
Amryn comes into the rescue a lot, I will say that.
Yeah, it's stuff like that where I was like, the plot is just kind of lazy. It's there to support the character development and the relationships. And it's like, compared to the first one, it is it's like a B plot with a little b. So I was just like, I couldn't tell you the name of the Court of Dreams even, or the name like of the actual places. And then they're talking about like races with like within them, and I can't remember the names of the races. The only reason I remember some of the names of like Morg and Azrael and stuff is because I know those names prior. Morgan, I think so. Someone calls them Morg for short. I thought it was.
It's just more.
Okay, more. Yeah, Morgan. And I was like, okay, well, I've heard Morgan 1,000 times. But
yeah, that's not. It's a
and
pretty common
Azrael
one
is the angel of death, so it's like I knew that name. Cassian, I remember just because I don't know, it was easy to remember. But like, I felt like in this book, at the very least, the characters did not stand out as much as all the side characters in the first one, and they kind of like blended together personality-wise a bit, where it was like, okay, they're all agreeable and they're all nice and pleasant for the most part. Like some of there's differences. Like Azrael is a lot more quiet, and he's like more shy or whatever. He's also like the assassin. But like Morg and Cassian, I keep on saying Morg. Morg and Cassian are like quite similar personality-wise. It's just woman man.
Yeah, kind of.
And Amarin, she just feels kind of stereotypical. I'm powerful, watch out for me, which I've seen that type of thing before. So she seems kind of like archetypical of the type of character that she's portraying as of right now anyway. It's like maybe she'll get developed more later, but she didn't really stand out to me very I remembered her name, but that was just because she was that's just because it's like, I drink blood. And I was like, well, that's a standout feature, I suppose, is I sit around, I drink blood. So
that's another part of.
But like her main character trait was everyone's afraid of me, and that was like her character trait. So I was like, she didn't really stand out. There wasn't like a whole lot of character development going on compared to like Lucian in the first one, where it really stood out. And even small characters like Alice really had standout personalities, where the way she behaved compared to other characters. So within the context of this book, I was here entirely for Rhysand and Farah, and observing the relationship change between that and like Tamlin and the previous relationship and their changes, and Lucian. When Lucian shows up, I was like, ooh.
Oh, to take her?
Yeah. When she like winnows for the first time or whatever.
She grows the wing.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good scene.
Such a good scene. Lucian is like, he's got pale face. He's like, you don't know what's going on. It's like, you can tell that he doesn't like how things are developing, and how like Tamlin is kind of like losing it or whatever.
You don't know what you've done or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, you like. Yes, the first time I read this, it definitely was all about Rhysand and Farah. But like when you go back and reread it, like after you've read like the original trilogy, and if you ever go back, then you'll like you can play detective and be like, oh, okay, this you see all
connect
of the dots connect, because Sarah J. Maas is an evil genius, I swear. Like when I go back and read it, I'm just like, how did I not see this before? I'm dumb.
Well, I felt like that it's very like possible. I believe that, because there is a lot of detail work within the characters.
Oh yeah.
How I felt about this, like as far as like a timeline experience, it was very similar to the first one, where I was like, this is awesome. This is going to heaven. And then the plot starts kicking in more. Because it's like the last third of the book again, where I just start being like, okay, I'm starting to get a bit bored, and the characters aren't like the romance, and like where the characters are going and where their relationships are standing is like cemented. So, and then it's like, okay, now we're gonna wrap up the plot, and that's when I start getting bored. And it's very damning for me, because it's always at the end of the book, and for me, I really like endings. And it stays with me so much more than like 2/3 of the book, I was like, woohoo, 5 out of 5. And then the last third of it, I'm like 2 stars. Because I don't care what's going on, and it's like the characters aren't being that interesting to me anymore because they're not interacting with each other and they're not developing anymore. Because I was like, once they're like, we're mate bonded and that's resolved, it switches so much more onto focusing on the King of Highburn. Yep, King of Highburn. And I was just like, here's the thing, the King of Highburn is boring. He's not interesting. He's like a dark elf in Thor 2. He's like, I'm evil. That's it. That's his character trait.
I mean, basically. Well, that does get a little bit more explained.
Yeah, but within the once again, it's within the context of the book. Once again, as far as affecting my judgment and experience goes, it's like I can't judge this based off of further character development beyond the scope of this book. He shows up, sits on a throne of human bones, and says, "I'm gonna rule the world Hitler style."
Pretty much.
So he's literally just...
I think that was the intent.
Yeah, he's just a supervillain dude. So it's like, it's okay, but then it's like the other villains aren't that much different either. It's like, okay, well, we got this guy that was tortured by Amarin who did some bad stuff. I don't even remember his name.
Tortured by Amarin? What?
The eyeball guy who got resurrected.
Oh,
the human warrior.
Oh, crap.
Or the fairy warrior.
Jurian.
I was just like, he's just kind of like, I'm bad also. So I was just like, The only interesting antagonist is Tamlin, and that's because they were romantic partners before.
That ending, the first time I read it, I don't even remember breathing. Yeah.
I do like that he became the antagonist, though, by the way. I think it's very interesting. Because it was like, perspective is a lot. Especially with that type of thing. And then you learn the history between, like, Rhysand and him and stuff. So it was just kind of... Yeah. It kind of makes sense. It's like, you might not be the worst person in the world, but you're not... Like, especially after teaming up with evil king guy, it's just like... Yeah. Oh, that gets so much... I did think it was funny also. This is another thing just about the plot. So the queens are trusting this guy. And being like, oh yeah, we can equalize you all totally. And stuff, and it was like he's got that traditional I'm a super evil guy syndrome where it's like even his aesthetic is evil. It's like he's sitting on a throne made of human bones.
It's fine.
It's like, why the hell? Not only that, but the track record is completely against that. It makes no sense why anyone would trust him. You're like, he's sitting on your corpses. His ass is on the corpses of you.
Your ancestors.
So it's like, why would you think that changed? So it's stuff like that where I'm like, this guy, his aesthetic is like, I am evil for the sake of evil. I've got skulls and bones of my victims and I'm sitting on them and stuff. And then they're like, no, but maybe he's changed.
Human queens are dumb. If they're just straight up like,
it's insane. Dumb. It's what I would call as too dumb. It's too dumb to be
blinded by
like engaged, because it feels like they are pushed to be that dumb instead of making the characters smarter than the dumb characters.
I mean, they're not all dumb though. It's only I think there's 3 of them that are really dumb, and of course they're the ones in charge, because why wouldn't they be in charge?
Well, and then there's the stuff like, so it's like the ones who win, and like with the king and stuff, where it's not like, whoa, my god, they're so smart, that plan just blew my mind. It's like, no, they just had magic trap that they couldn't do magic that you didn't know that they could really do. That's why I say it's magical problem comes out of nowhere that couldn't be predicted, that wasn't hinted at, and then it gets solved by just same sudden magical solution with Farah just suddenly breaking it. It's like, I went Super Saiyan.
But she didn't suddenly break it. Like, she
couldn't do it prior, suddenly does it.
She didn't have a reason to try before. there's whole training montages of everything that Risan's like, I don't know how to do
it's
whatever
like
and whatever.
the same, it's the first one again, where I'm just like, it's very convenient that after horrible thing happens that you just suddenly come up with the solution. It's like after you've murdered 3 people, you're like, the answer's love. You couldn't just piece that together sooner, a little bit sooner. But it wasn't as egregious as that. But another criticism is I didn't give a shit about Nesta, and I barely gave a shit about Elaine, and they were like the plot thing that was the problem for the end. Like that was the drama.
With them getting dunked?
Yeah, them getting dunked. And then it was like, oh no, they turned into fairies. Fae. Oh no.
Hi, Faye.
It's so terrible. I was like, dude, dunk me. I would go with the perfect skin as like, oh no, I have pointy ears now and perfect skin. Damn! I don't have to worry about disease anymore. Shit! I don't care. They're idiots. It's
in that world.
No! It's just a net win. His evil plan is to make humans better.
Well, isn't that what the king says? Because after Elaine gets dunked and Lucian's like, you're my mate. And the king's like, see, you can have eternal youth and hot fae males or whatever.
Win! So that's the thing. And then Pharaoh's like, oh my god, not Elaine and Nesta. Oh no, she's gonna be marrying a bigoted loser who uses iron rings and she's a fairy now. Gosh. It was like, yeah, but she doesn't need him anymore because she's immortal. So that's just a win. The only reason that they were marrying was practically because of convenience and like money and stuff or whatever, apparently.
She did like...
She liked him. It wasn't quite the guy, was it? It was like the parents of the guy that was racist against fairies.
Faye.
Yeah. So it was like...
Yeah, it was his dad.
So I was like, so that's not a problem because it's just the dad.
I mean, yeah.
And then beyond that, it's like, okay, well, good for them. They're going to learn to be less prejudiced now that they are a fae. So that's just a net win. Or they're not. In which case, they're going to be self-loathing because they view other beings that are sentient, so basically just other people, as worth less than them based off of their race. So it's like, the only thing keeping like Nesta miserable is her prejudice, which is her fault. So she deserves to be miserable. If that's what makes her being miserable.
You're gonna have a time with Aquawar.
I feel like that's just the truth. If it was like, just imagine that being Faye was being black, okay? Where she was just like, man, I hate black people. And then that's gonna get clipped out of context. Like, he said it.
All of this.
But then she's like, she goes in the cauldron, comes out black, and then she just like, I'm never gonna stop hating black people regardless. And it was like, yeah, you're a bad person.
I mean, no one ever said Nesta was a good person.
So, but that's why I don't care. The stakes words, I don't care in the final conflict. Because it was just these two people who are racist against our main characters. So why do I care if they're going to get turned into fairies? So there was no stakes. Not only that, so here's another thing. Then this is why, by the way, this is why it was so close to purgatory. It's very lucky. Well, everything that I've been ranting about within the past like 5 minutes. But like, it's very lucky that I really liked Rhysand and Farah because I dug that so much. But the ending, once again with no stakes, they lost. They did not succeed in their goals, right? And I'm okay with that. Yep. The problem is there was no cost to losing. They got out scot-free.
Other than being separated?
Yeah. But that was also like, it's kind of according to plan because now I've got in a spy on the inside. So it was like, they're like, and it kind of just works in our favor anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it still wasn't the plan. That wasn't even plan B. It was like plan
it wasn't
Z.
like a loss. So let's go back to Infinity War for an example. They lose against Thanos. There are hefty prices to losing against Thanos. Aside from the snap thing, which gets reverted, but Vision dies. Like, characters die.
and Black Widow.
Yeah, and Widow dies, and Gamora dies as a result of losing to Thanos. That's a cost to losing. In this, everyone gets out scot-free. The only thing that happens is I lost my bargain with Rhysand, which means nothing. It's like, oh shit, I don't have to visit him once a month anymore, which you didn't have to even when the bargain was in place. Because he wasn't enforcing it.
He wasn't enforcing, right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to
that's what I'm saying. There was no stakes whatsoever. Like, Cassian gets injured, but he didn't die, so he's gonna make a full recovery, I'm sure, unless he can never fly again, which I guess will be something, but I don't know from this book. I have to read the next book. I think it was, or was it Azrael that was injured? It was Azrael, wasn't it?
No, it's Cassian.
It wasn't Cassian?
Actually, yeah.
One of them was like bleeding everywhere. Well, no, because Moore was into Azrael, so Azrael was the one that was injured. Oh, they both got injured. His wings get shredded up from defending them, but Azrael got stabbed or something. He was like bleeding out everywhere, but he didn't die also. So I was like, okay, well, that means y'all are going to make a full recovery unless you're going to be living with a crippling debilitation, but I don't know yet because they haven't said anything in this book. So if in the future book and they do something like that, okay, but that's not going to be a credit to this book because they didn't tell me. They didn't like say like you'll never fly again by in that end chapter, because you go into Rhysand's perspective where they could have told me if someone's going to have like a life-changing debilitation as a result of the injuries, which would count as loss, but they didn't say that. So I just have to assume that they're going to make a full recovery. And nobody died. Nobody got hurt. The only thing is there's 2 more fairies. And Feyre's a spy now. So I was just like, I don't know, man. Well, it was just a bad ending.
With fantasy romantasy, you're assumed, as the genre, it's assumed that it's all going to be okay. Like, it's not like epic fantasy where you know people are going to die and horrible things are going to happen. Like, it does not happen with romantasies. So like just lower your expectations.
So it's just weird. It's because I feel that way because they are presenting something as if it is going to have a bunch of stakes. It's like, we're going to go fight the High King who's trying to destroy everything. That's a stake. And then we're going to encounter this most powerful person at our own risk. And they say that we're going there at our own peril. If something goes wrong, we're getting out immediately. So it's like they're presenting peril to me. But then when it's time to show that that is true, you dip. Which means that you are lying to me from the start of the book about what the expectation should be. And that's not on me. That's on the decisions of the plot. That's how I see it. Because in my opinion, if you are to encounter Thanos and lose, you should suffer. And there's none of that.
Well, there are consequences. I can't tell you.
Yep.
They're all in the next book.
That's in the next book. That's not part of this book. So once again, I'm only judging the book standalone. I'm not judging it for the next book's positive traits of adjusting the second books, because to me, that's just the third book making elements of the second, making the best of what happened in the second book, which makes the third book good, not the second book. Because like if you have a sequel because like in this one too, this does it where it takes things that happened in the first book, develops them and evolves them and changes how things like Tamlin and how you perceive Tamlin, and it does it really well, and it enhances the book and it makes it really good, and it enhances the relationship and the drama between them and like what's going on between her and their relationship with Rhysand. Because there's also the thing where it's like, oh, is she gonna do that? It's like you're showing hints of being like emotionally distant from Tamlin and growing emotionally closer to Rhysand, and it's like tiptoeing into that territory of like cheating and stuff, which is drama and stuff too. But also it's like Tamlin's being an insecure, unattractive weirdo and stuff.
So many words.
And so it's like the things that he is doing is pushing her away. It's not necessarily her just walking away. He's pushing her away also. So, and they talk about that a little bit, but it's like it's not a thing where that's like they're blameless characters. It's like and that's why it's enticing. It's to see like what are they going to do.
Right.
So that happens in the book, then that's part of it why I like this book a lot more than the first one, is like it successfully built off of things and also stood on its own two legs with like all the relationships and stuff, which once again, it was the A plot, thank God, because that carried it so well. Like I know I tend to go on a lot more about my criticisms than I have about things, but it's like usually when you like something, you're just like, I liked it. It was fun. It was exciting. It was cool. And you can say a couple things that you like. It's like when it comes to criticisms, you can go on so much longer because there's specifics and details and stuff like that.
So, speaking of villains, Ianthe, though.
Ianthe is so sinister.
She's just an awful person,
she doesn't actively do a ton. You're just told stuff that she's kind of doing behind the scenes, and you kind of call it ahead of time. Like, she isn't present in the end. It was like, I hated her. She definitely good evil energy. I kind of want to see what she does more further in the future ones, to see what type of sinister stuff that she does moving onwards.
She's an acotar.
I liked that I called it. I was like, you're not a good person. You're such a liar.
Yeah, no. As soon as
the detail gathering and stuff like that too.
Yeah. When they're planning the wedding, and Farrah was like, the only thing that she absolutely was like, no red rose petals, like no red. I don't want it, because it was like triggering to her. And then like when she walks out there and then she sees the sprinkle of red, I was like, oh, I hate this person. Like, oh no.
Yeah, she's like, bad. Bad news bears. But I do think it's a good thing. Also, it's like I distinctly like the main characters the most, which is a good thing. Like I think it's a very good thing in the book if your main characters are your favorite characters, and then the other characters you don't just all hate. Well, because I go back to Harry Potter, it's like nobody's favorite character is Harry.
Right. Well, that's like from Blood and Ash. One of the main characters' name is Poppy. I despise her. She is so annoying. But I like everybody else, so that's why I've read the first 4 and I need to catch up. I think there's like 3 more books out that I don't have, but
that's still fine. It's like, but that's a thing where you're still like, it's a little saddening almost when you can't like a main character at all.
Yeah. That's like why I can't I don't hate it, but I've tried to watch Parks and Rec like 3 times. Sure. And I do not like
Leslie.
Whatever Amy Poehler's.
Yeah, Leslie.
Yeah, I just despise her, and I'm like, I can't hurt. I just
can't handle the hyper puppy dog positive.
I can't handle that's the toxic positivity that ekes off of her. I'm just like, nope, I can't do it.
To be fair, that does kind of get addressed, but it is a thing where it's like also in the first season, it's like the first season of The Office, where it's like he's intolerable in the first season. If it was like that the whole time, no one would have watched the entirety of that. Like the second season change in his character saved that show. Oh,
for sure. Yeah, it's this. Because your mom is actually watching The Office, and she's like, I don't know if I can handle this. I was like, no. You just got to get through the first season.
Sarah just skipped
I gave the first season and a half to Parks and Rec. I still couldn't do it.
Well, sometimes there's just characters that you just can't handle, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, then that's her.
I just like all the other characters. Like, she wouldn't be in my top characters, but like all the other characters are so enjoyable.
I kept waiting for Chris Pratt's character to become more of a regular, and I'm just like, where is he?
I can't remember when that happened. Is that in season 2 or 3?
It must. If it's season 2, it must be near the end, because I'm pretty sure
Might be season 3.
I know I watched the whole first. I think I only watched half of the second season, and I was like, I can't handle any more of this.
I'm trying to remember the names, because I really like what's her. Dude, the names are escaping me. Chris Pratt's character and the girl that he's kind of paired with.
I know who you're
I like
talking about, but I
them.
don't know names. Like, I just know the memes.
Ron Swanson, I love him. He's so funny.
Yeah, I don't think he was even in any of the episodes I saw.
Oh, he's in the first and second season. The boss?
Is he? I don't remember.
The hyper typical manly man guy who's like working in the government. He's like, I hate the government.
I know the memes and stuff. It's like where he's at a national park or something, and he hands the dude a piece of paper, and the guy's like, "This just says I can do what I want." Yeah, exactly. Like I love the memes,
there was a moment. There's like a kid doing like a paper thing, like paper study, and the kid has like their lunch there, and he's just like, so let me teach you about taxes. So this is your sandwich. It's yours. You made it. So now here I am. I'm taking 10% of your sandwich or whatever. And he just takes a bite out of the kid's sandwich. He's like, that's not fair. Exactly. And now, here comes Social Security tax. So he just eats the kid's lunch. It was so funny. Oh, I love him.
Dude, did you see that there's going to be a new... It's not The Office, but it's the people that did The Office, just called The Paper, and it's about like a dying newspaper.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be any good. We'll see.
The trailer looked funny.
It'll depend on
throws me off that one of the Weasley brothers is the main
because some
dude.
of the specific people really make or break the shows. Like Michael Scott is like, without him, The Office isn't.
Right. It's like, or without Jim and Pam, like.
It's like it goes on a pretty steady decline once Michael Scott leaves, and it's like there are funny moments and funny episodes still, but it's kind of like that where it's like, do you have at least a character or two that you can really stick around for that are going to consistently be there?
And then after season 7, it's literally just Dwight and Jim.
Yeah. Which it's like, I stuck around. I wanted to see where the characters go, but it's notably not as good.
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely drops after Michael leaves.
I think I'm not sure if there's anything else I have to say about this. I liked it.
Wow.
I would give this one 4 stars.
What? I'm a little upset that I didn't find the book that gets us into heaven first.
And you kind of did, but you just didn't pick it. You were too scared to have my judgments. I wasn't
scared. I'm trying to put my goal for you is to like expand horizon genre. It's like the next book is. I'm honestly terrified.
You'll have to send me what the next book is again because I forgot.
Well, I can tell you when we announce it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to announce it. Do you have any final thoughts about this one? About anything, details? Do you want to defend any of my criticisms?
All your criticisms are dumb. No, no, it's fine. I know there are flaws, but I'm ignoring them all.
Well, to be fair, I just ignored all my criticisms too because I sent it to heaven. So I'm just going to acknowledge them real quick for the sake of a video for the most part. And I like doing it because it tells me it's like, okay, well, this was something that was really good. And also there would be nothing for me to criticize or improve on if the author didn't put the book out there to begin with. All right. So it's like if somebody's writing something and it's like they're afraid of criticism or something, don't let that stop you. Because even despite all of the criticisms that I just listed, I still rate it 4 star and I still really like the book. So it's like it's very easy to be critical, and especially nowadays when you have like YouTube and stuff that it's like encourages that type of content more because it gets those clicks. So usually you get way more views from negativity and like criticism, and that could have a part to do with the stuff that I talked about before, where it's like there's just more to say when you're being critical than when you're being positive generically. It's like, I like it. Well, too, it's cool. The characters.
I've seen some, though, all they do is they only I watch BookTube a lot, but I don't post there, and I post on Instagram, and I do like Meh Mondays where if it's like a 3-star below, and those definitely get more views. But then on Fridays, I try to post like my favorites or the better books, or whatever. I definitely get more engagement on the Meh Mondays than I do on Favorite Fridays. But I also try to be balanced about it too. Like, I like people that will post books that they don't like and that they do like, because then you can gauge where they are and like if you want to follow them. Like, and there's some that they're like, I won't post a negative review because I won't yuck your yum or whatever. But I'm just like, but if you're only talking about books that you love, how are we supposed to understand what your mindset is?
Yeah, what you
like.
It takes away from yourself and your authenticity, I feel like. Where it's like it's okay for a story to not be for everyone also. It's like you don't need to write a book that everybody likes. In fact, your best strategy is just write a book that's authentic to you and what you want to write, which I feel like this book absolutely is. Because once again, like with the ramped up spice and all that type of stuff, I was like, you just wanted to write a few extra spice scenes because you had fun doing it, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
You know, I'm there for it. I'm fine. And the characters and where they went. Once again, also with the audacity of doing the enemies to lovers rolling into enemies to lovers. I was like, oh. Well, I like that too. Apparently she does, because she did it twice in a row. So it's those things
she can.
That it's fine. If you're trying to just placate everyone, you just lose your identity. And not only that, but you also, it's not fair to people who are like artists and stuff to be void of criticism as if that makes what they do any better. Because ideally, as a person and in development or just any career in general, that is the stuff that can push you to improve and develop and evolve. Or you can ignore it if it has no bearing. Because like even on my videos, I've had comments that are like, bad. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with that?
Thank you for that.
You're not like saying like, oh, hey, the audio is quiet. Where that's just a thing, it's specific, it's instructional, where it's like, okay, let me go look at it. Yeah, I can see that the audio is quiet. I can't hear all the things that somebody has to say or something. I can now take adjustment and make my content better and improve it. Where it's like in this, if everybody was like, a game on the main characters, villains kind of lazy, would like to see more developed villains, you can take that, or you can ignore it because everyone's only there for the relationship for the most part anyway. So it's like it gives you the opportunity at the very least where you can parse through information and have that opportunity to change things. And I think a lot of people don't put themselves out there at all too, because they're just afraid of criticism and being like vulnerable at all, because it can impact their sense of worth. It's an insecurity thing, again, not attractive. But if you're putting it out there, it's like it can develop your sense of security and make you more comfortable with yourself, which I've noticed when I've done YouTube, is like I became way more comfortable with myself because of doing YouTube. And like not only that, but it's like I'm watching myself all the time during editing and stuff, and it's like I can change things and develop things, or people make comments and stuff here and there, and it's like that has helped me, not hindered me in ultimately. So
I've had people comment too. I'm like I'll I don't know, there's a popular book that I reviewed and I was like, it was fine, it was 3 stars, like I could see why Book Talk exploded it or whatever, but like for a more advanced reader, it's fine. And somebody commented and she's like, I could never post reviews like this because I'd be so afraid of somebody bashing. I was like, but that's the fun of it. Like, I love if they're discussion, not arguing or whatever, but like, because I've had some people are like, you're dumb. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is too, it's like, well, you can parse through it. And once again, so talk about worth bar, because we have to every single time. We did a little bit.
Oh, there's
but
the bar!
You can tell the difference between if a comment is just being like, I just want to invalidate you and make you feel worthless because I want to push you down on worth bar because I'm actively using worth bar, or if it's actually constructive and they're like, and it's just them being honest and authentic, because like there's
Right.
criticisms that are honest and authentic, and then there's just people talking trash because they want to be a piece of shit because they don't know how to be anything else.
Right.
It's like they're just mad that you're
valid.
successful, and they're even potentially, it's what, like, you have the whole hater jealousy thing where it's like, if you didn't do anything that's actually like bad,
Right.
that it's like, okay, well, there's like no reason for that. Like the only reason you're doing it is because you're like envious of their success. Pretty much, it's like, oh, you're in that spotlight, and
Which
I
people
feel like
do on
I deserve
Goodreads.
that spotlight more, and I'm jealous of it because I have worth issues.
Right. That's like the latest thing for authors, or not for authors, for people to do on Goodreads, because you can review stuff
Mhm.
on Goodreads, right? And then publishers see it, and it affects like Goodreads Choice Awards and all this stuff.
Mhm.
But I forget who it was. I don't know. Somebody did something stupid, I'm sure. And now the thing is, people will create dozens of fake accounts
Mhm.
and review bomb it and only like 1-star it, and
Yeah.
without leaving explanations as to why. And that's like if you click on the account, that's the only thing they have done is give multiple negative reviews
Right.
to multiple books, and that's just like the new
It's review
terror
bombing.
tactic, basically. Yeah, it's awful. It's like, why? And half the time they're not even out yet. These are like ARC readers.
Yeah.
Like supposedly ARC readers that hate something, or the author said something taken out of context half the time.
Sure.
It's just, people need to chill.
Yeah, well, that's just one of those things
They
that
really
internet's issues and stuff like that, where it's like, because like that's kind of similar to like a lot of botting issues, where it's like there's no moderation for the reviewing process, where it's like, well, those can't all
Yeah.
be legitimate. In fact, half of those could be the same person being obsessive. It could just be one person.
It got to the point that Goodreads had to create and hire people to stop review bombers, basically. Like they just started like, I don't know, a year or two ago.
Well, and it's, some
It's
of
a whole
them,
new division.
they only allow you to do it if you're like a verified purchase, which I know Goodreads, it's
Really?
hard to do it. So
Wow.
like on Steam reviews and stuff, like it'll tell you the difference between verified purchases and people who are just like throwing stuff out there.
They're crap on it.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that would probably
think
would
Amazon
help,
does
but
that
like I don't
too.
know how you can verify that on like
Yeah, that's what I'm
social
saying.
media
On
platforms like that.
like something like Goodreads, I feel like it would be harder because you can't really verify it.
No, not unless you want to charge like to have an account, but then no one would use it because
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay for it.
It is kind of strange.
I can't even afford the check mark on Instagram.
Well, because that would go into things that are like IMDb or whatever, where it's just all based on users, or like Rotten Tomatoes and all those review ones,
Yeah.
where it's like people can just sign up for as many as they want if they just want something to look negative or more negative than it deserves to be or whatever, where it really needs to be. It's like, if you're to put AI to use, have it just be able to like pick up on things like that,
helpful.
where it's like, this seems like a spam duplicate bot type of review, and that it just have them pick up on all those type of things. If there's any actual function, it's like identifying patterns is like the most practical function I feel like that it could be used for
Right.
like moderation purposes.
For sure. But will they? No.
Yeah, probably not. They're too busy doing the generative AI type stuff nonstop. That's where the money is, unfortunately.
I don't know how they're getting money for it. Like I don't.
People pay for
Like, I just
subscription
heard that
fees.
some K-pop-
Google's video stuff, it costs a fortune.
Really.
Not only that, but they're
Maybe
selling their
that's why.
services to like other companies and stuff like that, and they're selling data to other companies and all that jazz. So it's like yeah, they're getting money. So it's like when they're doing the generative AI stuff, all the data that they're using to generate and the future data from the generations, they can sell to other generative AI places, so that they can all be developing their own AIs. So it's like, and that's all that goes to images, the video, audio, all of them. So it's like there's a bunch of different ways that the companies at the very least are monetizing it, aside from the like subscription fees that you usually have to pay in order to use it. Because I think
Wow.
Google's is pretty expensive.
I mean, that makes sense because Google is They can. They don't have a lot of competition.
Well, the thing is, even with a lot of those too, it's like the money is so convoluted with a lot of these super big like corporations that it's like y'all can't even keep track of how much money you're actually making, because like there's so much like debt and money like mixed in, and like with one part of the company, because there's like 5 billion parts, because like even Google isn't the parent company, Alphabet is. So it's like there's so many small pieces because they're allowed to be bloated and do so much under one umbrella that like you can't even keep track of the money. And that's been caught a number of times where it's just like they just lie about the amount of monies that they make, even with like movies productions and stuff. They're like Disney and stuff. They got caught lying about how much money they were actually making on ones, because it's like if they lie about how much they actually made, it's like tax stuff or something. I can't quite remember it. There's a specific headline I was trying to think of, but I can't remember the details. But it's like the money is so corrupt and mixed, and there's so much debt and stuff like that involved in it, that it's like, do you even know if you're actually making money?
Which I'm sure they're not, because like you said,
it's just a bunch of CEOs and stuff getting paid the absorbent amount of money to just shift money around, and that's about it.
Which is technically money laundering.
I guarantee a lot of money. Allegedly, I'll allege that there's a ton of money laundering with every single corporation out there. I firmly believe that.
Yeah, for sure. That's not illegal at all.
No. Well, it's super rich, powerful people doing illegal stuff, as if that's not why they are obsessed with having all the money.
Which is a great segue into our next book. Hold on, thought. I'll grab the next one. So, speaking of bad people doing bad things, do you want to know what our next book is?
Let's go. The next book.
So I picked Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver.
Ooh.
So this is a perfect segue into spooky season, honestly, where it's about 2 serial killers who killed bad people. Do I have to say unalive? Will we get in trouble for that?
It's 2 hours into it. We'll be fine.
Okay. It has a very interesting trigger warning list.
It's a long list, huh?
It's decent.
Yeah,
but like,
that'll be a fun one, I'm sure.
The best one is the not so accidental cannibalism. Like this is actually really funny too. Like it's dark, but it's also funny.
Yeah, it's
hilarious. When I reread this, because I already read the book.
Oh, gotcha.
And I just reread it. It's so funny. It's
a dark comedy.
It is. It's a dark comedy, and I'm so excited to see your thoughts about this.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll have to get my copy going through.
It's probably at Walmart. Like, it's very popular.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, I might be able to get it there. I'll probably buy a used one, though.
It's just over 300 pages. So like...
It's like, you can get some really good ones off of, like, eBay and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I got such a good deal on eBay the other day. I started replaying God of War.
Yeah, you mentioned that on stream.
Yeah, I've been playing that a lot. But every time I play God of War, it kicks off like, this is why I love Norse mythology. And I've read all of my Norse mythology books, so I was like, I need to find some new ones. So I hunted and I found some John Gwynne. He has a Norse mythology fantasy, which I actually haven't read yet. Shocker.
Yeah.
They're kind of expensive, but somebody had the first 2 books for $19. I was like, people are asking like $12 just for book 1. I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna.
Right.
So I got both books for like $9.
Damn.
Steal, or no, it was less. I think it was 6.
Yeah.
I think for both of them it was only like 14 or 15.
Yeah, that's a deal right there.
Steal. I was so excited.
Hell yeah.
Which I had. No, I don't think I've told you, but in August there was another library book sale in the neighboring town, and I got like 29 more books, which I have a pile for you.
I was gonna say, like, you still had that pile of books from the last time you messaged me.
Oh yeah, but that's why I had to build these shelves because I was out of room.
Out of room in the library.
No room. I'm up to like over 1,500 books, which apparently that is my limit.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's why I had to build those because I had no room. I was full.
That's crazy.
It's not a problem.
No, not at all.
1,516 currently.
Sounds like you need to get another 1,500.
If I had room, I'll be like that. I think it's that German guy who had like 7,000 books. Like he died.
You just need to get a house with an actual library in it. That'll be easy to do.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, it'll be simple.
It'd be so fun.
It'd be so cool. Libraries are awesome.
I'm very excited though.
Do you have any last words for A Court of Mist and Fury? What was your star rating for this one?
Oh, it's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, yeah. 5 stars.
There's no problems at all.
I hate it when that happens. I was just thinking of the spice scenes.
Wow.
I was just...
It's all about Rhysand.
Yep. I was just thinking about that considerable length. I did.
Gosh.
There were other moments that I thought was really funny in that too.
Catch up.
But it was
all her innuendos.
Not just the innuendos, but when he was just like, and he like roared as he climaxed or whatever. I was just like sitting here in my head, and he's just like, oh, I'm just like, bro, damn. I think there was also a moment that it was like she just like started a suck or something like that. And he says that he white knuckles immediately on the bed. Yeah. And I was like, bro, how sensitive are you? He's just like immediately, it's just the second it starts, he's like, oh, God. Like, damn, aren't you like some 500-year-old fairy? Dude.
It was different.
Damn, I was like, damn. It was like to introduce me to Farah, because holy crap. White knuckling? he's like gripping so hard onto the bed. Damn. But that was just funny. Definitely 4 stars. Very enjoyable.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
The third one is definitely on the list eventually. I don't think I want to immediately jump into the next one, but we'll definitely do it. I think I will save it for season 2 of BookBurners.
Ooh, spoilers. There'll be season 2.
Yeah. Well, because we only got like 3 or 4. Well, I guess we have 5 books because this is episode 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is episode 7, so there's 5 books left for the year. And, well, not including that one. There'd be 4 after that one.
Not including
one of those.
After this one? Okay.
We need a proper super scary one, at least attempted super scary one, and then we need a Christmas one in there, or at least a Christmassy one. I think maybe we'll just do a Christmas Carol.
I've read that.
Yeah, I've read it before too, but it's been a long time.
It's been like 5 or 6 years, I think, since I read that.
Yeah, but that's off the top of my head. Maybe we'll find something else that's more engaging or something like that. I don't know. But
you
anyway,
have the spooky one.
What's that?
You have the task of finding the spooky one.
I know, which was not easy to do before, so we'll see. I
kind of need to know relatively soonish.
I know. I said schedule. My schedule thing should take care of a lot of this stuff once I get that all written out and committed to it, because it's basically a daily schedule that I'm currently operating on, which is very convenient. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this, I hope you don't mind if I shat all over your book, but it got to heaven, so suck it up, just like Farah does. In this book. Well, I think Rhysand does too. Just to be fair.
Oh boy.
But
This is why we get canceled.
let us know what you think about A Court of Mist and Fury. Suggestions for future books that you'd like us to review. If you've written a book that you would like us to review, let us know. No AI allowed. That does not count. You have to have actually written it. All right, man. If you'd like to see if your book goes to heaven or hell, let us know in the comments below. Give us the title and stuff. You can't post links in the comments. Even right now, we can't post links because YouTube hasn't verified us yet. And yeah, that's why I couldn't link to the Instagram page and stuff from our YouTube.
Oh.
It's building our credibility. So we have a few months.
Okay.
Potentially. It could be just because we're not uploading consistently enough also. But it's stupid and annoying. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's why. But you can follow us on Instagram at BookBurners Podcast. On Instagram. We technically also are on Spotify, but I have only uploaded 2 episodes there because I am neglectful.
I'm like, I didn't even know we were on Spotify.
We are on Spotify.
Good to know.
Only 2 episodes. I have to. That's another thing where it's like once I upload here, I need to just go ahead and upload to the other one. But that's all with the other scheduling stuff that I have to get in line, and that's on top of my own channel that I got to get on top of again, just like Farrah.
And there's the short.
See, that's a good short. All right. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, until next time. Bye.